Assalamu alaikum. Hello, I'm going to Dubai all alone with almost no money, no film crew, no makeup or friends, except for the cool ones I'm coming to see. Just myself and sometimes with some cool company to bargain hunting at its old market, checking out lots of interesting museums and learning about its history, without also going high up to get the breathtaking view from the world's tallest building and going far out to the sea for some fresh catches. As well, discovering its desert sand dune. Not to forget, window shopping at its mega malls, chilling out at Dubai's most famous beach, and ending the day with a spectacular sunset on the iconic landmark. Also, day trip to Abu Dhabi to discover its magnificent architectures, ending the adventure by discovering the world at the Dubai Expo 2020 and experience many different cultures from around the globe. Not to mention, lots of good local food and getting around without breaking the bank. All done safely, inexpensively, and easily. Anything I can do, you can do. DIY Destinations Dubai and Expo 2020, and you are invited. We are so fortunate to live in a small world with so many cultures, so much beauty, and so much diversity. The world waits for no one, and it's up to each of us to discover its magnificent destinations. I want to make travel accessible to all of us by showing how it can be done safely and inexpensively. Situated at the eastern part of the Arabian Peninsula on the coast of the Persian Gulf, Dubai is the most populous city in the United Arab Emirates. Established in the 18th century as a small fishing village, the city grew rapidly in the early 21st century into a cosmopolitan metropolis with a focus on tourism and hospitality. Today, it's a center for regional and international trade and home to an ethnically diverse population of 3 million, consists of 85% expatriates from around the globe. That's why I'm here, to be part of the melting pot, to touch its history, to experience a blend of Arabian, Islamic, and Persian culture, its proud heritage, to witness its remarkable transformation from a desert to a modern-day oasis, to be inspired by human potentials, and most importantly, to experience a warm hospitality of the people of the Emirates. Thank you. Just a couple minutes before landing. It's all desert. It's all desert here. Nothing but desert. Pink sand. Well, yellow sand. Well, let's start our journey from the Dubai International Airport. Good news if you are a citizen of the good old USA, Canada, European Union, and most of the developed nations. As well, China, Mexico, just to name a few. You will get a visa on arrival with a smile. Welcome to Dubai, everyone. We have just landed. Alright, now I'm going to welcome everyone to Dubai again. Our journey has just started. And yeah, can't wait. Passport control right now.
Hey, come on.
You get to near the which you're claiming, they actually ask you a vaccination certificate. So make sure you have that or else you're in trouble for real. Please hold on. One thing that's really nice here when you arrive, you actually get a free 1 GB SIM card, but you have to collect it from the border agent, not through the automated passport control. Now, for those of you who have a short memory and forgot your free SIM, don't worry, I got you covered. There's lots of stores on the way out, and you're not gonna stay for too long. Just pick one of those cheaper plans. I think this one, $14 US for 2 gigs plus 30 minutes of local international calling. The plan's valid for 28 days, but the SIM card is valid for 3 months, so it's not so bad. Dubai is one of the world's leading financial hubs, so your credit card and debit card can be used for purchase. But most cards carry a 2.5% currency markup. So here is what you can do. So just want to let you know, if you really need some cash, you can exchange it here. But just keep in mind, airport, like all airports, the exchange rate really sucks. And they actually have their own ATM machine here, but still. I'm not too sure they have any surcharge. I would recommend just go out there and perhaps you can find a no-fee ATM. Although there is free ATM inside the airport, you just need to find them. But most ATM will offer you a pre-converted exchange rate. Decline it. There's no reason to pay for a markup on exchange rates. So just go with the flow. Another way, use your card to pay for the metro ticket to the city center and find a no-fee ATM there.
How are you?
Hey, good to see you again. My friend's waiting at the metro, so I see you guys soon. I'm making so many friends here already. So to get down town Dubai, you can take the metro actually, but just keep in mind it doesn't run 24 hours a day. Just waiting for a friend to show up to guide me the way. By the way, let me introduce my cool friends waiting for me and to tell you a little bit about the best way of getting around. Ricky, what's the option for getting around?
So you can either go by taxi or Uber, right? But the best one's gonna be train because they have the train that they go through the city. And they also have 1-day pass and 7-day pass too. The 7-day pass is just take on 112, right? Or 120.
I think it's 110 I paid.
Yeah,
so
110
dirham. It's actually a really good price. So it's only a couple dollars a day. So keep that in mind. With that being said, let's get going.
Let's go.
Alternatively, there is tour buses with fixed routes to popular tourist sites, but I like to be adventurous and do it my classic DIY style. So once you get down to the city center, one of the great ways to get around is by bike sharing. There are stations all over the city. You can download one of their app to find out where it is. It only costs about 20 dirhams. To fully enjoy Dubai, you need approximately 6 full days. We'll start by doing some bargain hunting at Dubai's commercial business district in Daira. This is home to the world's famous traditional open market. If you're coming from city center, you can transfer onto a green line from interchange station at Union or Bergman and get off at Abra or Gold Souq station. Well, we arrived at the station and heading out to the first destination, which is the souq. Finally, I got out the metro station right here, Arras. So I am pretty certain the souq is only a couple minutes walk from here. So let's get going. The Old Souq Dubai is located on the southern side of the Dubai Creek at Burj Dubai. First established in 1850, the market became the largest and the most important in the area due to its direct connectivity with the harbor on the creek. This connection enabled it to receive merchandise from African and Indian cargo ships. Today, the souk continues to be the commercial center for the residents and tourists alike. The word souk actually means a traditional market or the old market in Arabic, and here in Dubai you can pretty much find anything you're looking for. And it's actually really spread out. Down there is actually saffron souk, there's also mattress souk. If you keep going this way, there's also textile souk. If you keep going, we get to hit the famous Gold Souq, which I'm sure I'm able to find my bling bling with a deal. One advice I have to say is make sure if you're going to come out to an open air attractions activity like this, come early in the morning because Dubai do get really hot by the time it gets to 11 a.m. But that being said, let's go and check out and see if I can find that deal. These traditional bazaars provide a compelling sense of the past. As you can see, sand-colored walls, high wooden doors, building made from sand-colored stones, and wooden roofs essentially take you back in time to the heart of the old Dubai. This is a real glimpse into the old Dubai era, giving a fascinating glimpse into a UAE's rich history and heritage. This is where the visitors seeking to experience a true, authentic Arabian journey and find unique items at an unbeatable price. Pretty much anything. But get ready for one thing. Get ready to be hustled and haggled. No kidding. Oh, thank you. Endless type of souk. This is probably take you quite... Hello. Friendly people. It's going to probably take you... That's all good, don't worry. I'll come back, thank you. I promise. It's going to take you at least like half a day to explore souk. Offering goods ranging from the rare fabrics and silk to the exotic perfumes and spices, depending on the section of the souk. As one of the executive runway producers and director of the official New York Fashion Week, there's no surprise which section I'll be checking out first. Now I'm here at the textile souk, and this is where you can find every type of fabrics. Here's a rule. Make sure to bargain and bargain hard, and that is part of the local experience. And for those of you who's starting your own collections, make sure to give me a call when you're done because I'm also a runway director for the New York Fashion Week official show, and I'm looking forward to showcase your collections.
Hi, my friend, I am here, my friend. Jungle tea. And this is for my friend. Turmeric tea, this is
The Spice Souk features over 150 retailers where you find the top chefs, home cooks, and savvy experts all swearing by their personal picks among the colorful stack of spices, herbs, rice, and dry fruits. Score some high-quality saffron strands at a local price. Taste the fresh organic dates and locally blended teas. You're sure to discover an exotic new flavor. And yes, you can even sample before you buy. Oh yeah.
And this is fish masala. And this is same cherry, it is turmeric, and this is fish masala.
However, among all the suits, the Gold Souq got to be the most important among all. This is where you can grab some spectacular bling blings to impress the ladies. So, get ready to max out your platinum credit card. This souk is actually home to 380 traders and shops, and some of them as old as 4 decades. And it's also home to the World Guinness record for the most heaviest ring ever sold, which weighs 64 kilograms. Now that is why I call heck of a bling bling. It's also one of the largest bazaar in the world, and you'll find fine jewelries, watches, gemstones and silver, and even dresses made of gold. This souk is best known for its highly competitive gold price. People from all over the world visit the Gold Souq knowing that they can haggle. Oh yes, bargain for the best price within a friendly and welcoming environment. So, good luck on finding that great bargain. We'll head over to one of the museums, which apparently is supposed to be free. Let's go and check it out. First museum in Dubai. Our journey continues to take us back in time. Built in 1923 at a narrow lane at the edge of the Old Souq, the Museum of the Poet Oqaili is one of the best preserved and the most beautiful heritage house in Dubai. Owned by one of the most prominent poets and luminaries of Dubai, the poet brought a group of skilled builders from the Al Asla region in the east of the Arabian Peninsula to build this house. The house was built using coral stones, plaster, chandel wood, teak wood, fronds and trunks of palm trees, as well as traditional building material, suruj. The museum consists of 9 main wings: Oqaili's life, his eloquent poetry, his Nabatean poetry, his correspondence, his cultural and social life, his manuscript, his matches, the house restoration and writing about Oqaili, as well as a valuable collection of documents, correspondence, and his commandments. In addition, the original document of poems, some of which is in his own handwriting. The other objects on display are valuable set of collections, personal tools belonging to the poet, furnitures and household items, which are considered precious artifacts representing the era from the last quarter of the 19th century until the first half of the 20th century in the region. You are even served a free coffee and candies during your visit. How nice. Once you're done with the old market, you can come right to the harbor right here. It's only roughly about 200 meters away, and I can tell you, the Dubai experience is not complete without getting onto one of these boats. They take you right across to the other side of Dubai. With that being said, let's go and hop on. Just a couple minutes away from the souk is the water station Al Supra. These traditional boat, Abra, means to cross in Arabic. They act as a water taxi and runs every few minutes throughout the day between 4 stations on the both sides of the creek. The first route goes on Deir Al Souk near the Spice Souk, Bur Dubai, Dubai city center. So, all aboard please. The buzzing Dubai Creek has been the lifeblood of locals for generations. As a favorite site for the early settlers and where the city's first port and pearling industry thrive, each Abra holds about 20 passengers, with 150 boats working every day from 5 a.m. to midnight. Well, the ride's actually pretty short, only lasts about 3 to 5 minutes, but as you can see, it's the experience. This is really cool. It only costs 1 dirham or 25 cents. That was an interesting is the best 25 cents I ever spent. So I'm actually heading over to another. This one's actually more. Sadly, all Abras are motorized these days, so every crossing only takes about 5 minutes, but only costs 1 dirham, or less than a quarter. So I'm gonna go back for round 2. This time, the other route, Burj Dubai to Banyas. This route only costs an extra dirham, but more scenic. If you got a date, you can even hire a private one for an hour. I totally recommend it doing during the sunset. Very romantic. Given how cheap this is, I can probably do this all day. But if you run out of change, don't worry, I got you covered too. We are going to go somewhere, 10 minutes on foot from Burj Dubai Abra station to pick up some more spare change. The best of all, it's not going to even cost you a single penny, for real. So, more soup along the way to the next attraction. And interesting. Hello, I can smell some. Hello. Sorry, my hands. Oh, it's okay.
Just a picture.
Thank you very much. Yeah, get ready to be hugged. It's part of the experience, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, look at that rug. I think I'm getting lost. So hot, I think I'm getting burned. Make sure to bring some sunscreen, guys. We arrived here at the Poet Museum. First room, let's go and have a look. Dubai's coin museum are entirely devoted to money and coins. Lots of coins. Display over 8 rooms. The collection consists of 470 coins with a focus on Old Arabic period. The collection covers rare and historic coins across Middle East, including Egypt, Turkey, Morocco, and the oldest minted during the Arab Sasanian era during the 7th century. So what's so nice about these museums, they all have free teas. If they have any left, I guess it's not my day. This is the second floor, and I guess there's really nothing here except for the bunch of architectures. Let me see if I can open one of these. No. If you like coffee, like me, and yes, I'm a coffee addict, and I should be learning a thing or two about what I'm drinking, since coffee is also very important to the Arabic culture and to the people of this region. With that being said, let's have a look. The museum showcased the origin of coffee, dating all the way back to a legend Oqaili, a goat herder who believed to have found the humble coffee bean, and how it made its way to the region from the Ethiopian highland. On the ground floor, there's a large collection of international rare antiques on display, including coffee grinder used in the First World War, historical data dedicated to coffee, and the old brewing pot. This room contains all the different coffee grinds that's been used throughout the ages and from all over the globe as well. Some from the US, some from Germany, and it's pretty interesting. And this is just one of the rooms. This is also really cool. You get to come into a room where coffee are socially drank. Which is pretty cool. I think it's time for me to have a seat. This room is very specific to Mideast. So all of artifacts are the tools that people in this region in the Mideast use to make the Arabic coffees. On the second floor, there is an extensive collection of books and documentaries related to coffee, as well as a lounge with a large selection of traditional handcrafted coffee drinks that are made to order. But if you don't have the budget for that, don't worry. Once again, I got you covered. There's always live demonstration of roasting and brewing styles on the main floor, and your Capujo is on the house. Oh yeah. Price of your ticket also includes a free sample of the Arabic coffee, so make sure you grab one before you leave. That being said, let's try it. I can taste the aroma and just the right bitterness. Oh, delicious. So right around the corner from the coffee museum is also a fine art gallery, and it says over here, the first fine art gallery in UAE. Alright, hopefully I have to go and check this out. I have a feeling it's free. This is a small gallery which started from the home of the expatriate interior designer Alison Cohen and has grown into Dubai's premier art gallery. You get to see large range of fine arts and paintings, sculptures, chromatics, glassworks, and photography. Not only is it free, but also you can support these artists by buying their masterpiece. We're gonna see if it's open. I think it's gonna be open. It's pretty nice. As a sign of respect, you simply cannot visit an Arab country without visiting one of the spectacular mosques, a place of worship for Muslims. Although there's many beautiful ones in Dubai, the Jumeirah Mosque stands out for several reasons. For one, it has a distinctive architecture consisting of 2 minarets and a large dome, which made the most photographed mosque in Dubai and feature on the 500 dirham currency note. The construction of the Jumeirah Mosque actually began in 1976, and it finally opened its door in 1979. As you can see, it's actually built in the traditional style, originating from Syria and Egypt. And today it's actually heart of the praying center for Muslims here in the city of Dubai. It's also a key activity that's being promoted by the Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding. As with visiting any religious site, all visitors should wear modest clothing inside the mosque premise. Women should cover the entire body except for forehead and face, while men should wear trousers shorter than the knee and cover the upper body. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is be respect for the culture, and one of the norms here is taking your shoes off before you go into the mosque, like everyone else. What I said. It's open. Yes. The Jumeirah Mosque are among the very few mosques that are open for non-Muslims to visit. Like the exterior, the interior of the mosque display that elegant craftsmanship. Rather than painting like they are usually done, they use a multicolored marble stones and quartered verses engraved with the shaped stone made of the architecture. Although the chandelier in this mosque won't amaze anyone, those in Jumeirah Mosque will have riveted many eyes upward at the dome when it was first built. After praying for my past sins, there's a long list of them. My friends want me to chill out, where the young people hang out. I think the perfect way to end my day is heading to one of the best beaches in Dubai. It only takes 30 minutes by bus 8 or X28. And yes, your day or weekly passes are also valid on buses. So let's check it out. I heard there's some hot babes there. Where we are at right now, Mimi?
Jumeirah Beach.
Jumeirah Beach, look at that.
That's the first time.
So, as you can see, it's super hot here in Dubai, and there's no way you can go to the beaches during the day. But make sure you take advantage of it when the sun dies down, just like right now. It's also really chill. Great place to meet people actually over here. With that being said, let's have a look. Enjoy your sunset, by the way. Jumeirah Beach is a white sand beach that's located and named after the Jumeirah district of Dubai. Many come here to get away from the fast pace and buzzing and hustling of Dubai and take advantage of calm, tranquil water of Persian Gulf. Equipped with a children's playground, plenty of barbecues, picnic areas, and large section of water sport, it is arguably the best beach in Dubai, especially for the sunset. The beach is also walking distance from Burj Al Arab, Dubai's most iconic hotel. Constructed between 1994 to 1999, the hotel was built on a man-made island with a shape that resembled the sail of a ship. The room here is not cheap. In fact, the Royal Suite will set you back more than $30,000 a night. Definitely not in my current budget. So, conquest to find a sugar mummies continue in Dubai. But thank goodness, there is a lot of cheap eats in Dubai. You just need to find them. That's why I encourage all of you to meet some of the local friends. In my case, I already got a cool friend of 15 years living here who knows all the hidden gems. He's a true legend when it comes to getting deals in Dubai. So, say hi to Shant. He said that UAE is surrounded by sea and there is no way they can screw up the seafood. So, first on my list, local sushi shop called Simply Oishi. I'm looking forward towards our main dish.
Yeah.
Abalo, what did you order?
Chicken katsu.
I believe I ordered something with seafood. So, let's check things out.
Sir, this one's seafood teppanyaki bundle, sir.
Fantastic. Oh, nice.
It's a chicken katsu curry bento, sir.
Oh my goodness.
The bento box.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's my favorite time. That has to eat. This is good. I think I just had a piece of salmon and it was nice and spicy, and also it's like it comes with sweet and sour sauce. And this is calamari.
The last is sashimi.
As with all my shows, I like to showcase small restaurants that are locally owned and support their business directly. Plus, they take extra effort to making their food look and taste so good. Today, I'm invited by the chef to see the making of their signature rolls. I'll let him explain.
Everything
Everything's fresh here.
Everything is fresh. This is the our,
Can't complain. Can't go wrong with that.
our salmon is very fresh.
You smell it.
Yeah, it smells nice, right? This is the salmon sashimi. This is the fresh salmon. This is the nigiri with rice and wasabi. This is our California roll. Ocean roll. They use fry and shrimps with avocado and caviar is black and orange.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You go first.
Go first, what? Eat?
Yes, come on.
Oh man, it's yours.
I think that's California roll.
This California, the tiger was on same I had in Japan.
Legit?
1001%.
Alright, let's do this. It's really, one thing I find, I think the salmon's really fresh. Oh wow, holy smoke. And what is the name of this drink?
It's ice matcha.
Ice matcha. Given how hot Dubai is, the store managers say it is a crime for us to eat great food without a great handcrafted cold drink. They claim a lot of drinks will keep you forever young. Okay, so I'm having an ice green tea matcha Japanese. What are you having?
Apple cucumber is elixir.
Okay, so what does it do for you? Mine's like keep me young.
This one, I guess Aphrodite.
Oh, smack! I like that one.
Flour, from imported flour we make from on our kitchens.
Once we finish our meal, we aren't allowed to leave. Seriously. At least without being served some of their homemade pastries. They are so proud of it. Oh my god. This is almost tastes like cotton. You got to try at least one bite. Come on, one zip. It's actually melting in your mouth, and I'm just telling you. Okay, cool. Back to eating. I think this is the end of our meal. That's all we can take. And this is how we ended our night. But next morning, I'm not sleeping in. Today, I feel like checking out some independent art scenes. Now, we need to take a quick bus over. I think we are here. Yeah, and it says this is actually Dubai's first coffee shop. Let's check it out. Oh. It's pretty big here, but I'm going to fill up first. So this place is actually very interesting. Different artists come here to sell their artwork, and also you can have there's a cafe and you can enjoy your coffee, and also a little restaurant here. This is what we have today. It's basically pasta and with a versic, and she's actually have spicy pasta. I think, is it good? It's good? Oh, okay. She's happy. So she's happy, I'm happy. So with that being said, I'm going to have to just taste this and see how this goes. Alright, I'm excited. Let's eat. Very creamy. After my meal, or our meal, let's make some artsy friends. And it didn't take too long.
My art is called miniature art. It's an art that I use ink pens to do my work, and I call it peace in chaos.
This is an upcycled cafe concept. So basically, everybody here kind of uses what they have at their disposal, or it's something that's been thrown out to kind of give it a new lease on life. The idea is living a kinder lifestyle towards the environment, towards yourself. So we run a lot of workshops where you learn how to, take it slow, breathe, meditate, do yoga, because you have to be kinder to yourself in order to be kinder to, the outside world. 7 years ago, we started making our bicycles. So we found that there's a lot of bikes coming in from Japan that have been discarded, and Japanese products are always very good. So we used to take them, dismantle them, recycle them, or upcycle them. So we refurbish them, put new parts, paint the frames, and then sell them. And every 5 bikes we sell, we donate one to a child in refugee camp.
Oh my goodness.
We are originally Palestinian, so the refugee crisis in general is always very dear to us.
Yes. So this alley has a lot of galleries, and they're all mom and pop. With that being said, let's go and check some of them out. Alright, so that way it is. I don't think it's free. That's the thing. Let's go and take a look. Dubai is full of beautiful parks, the biggest being the Zabeel Park, equivalent in size to 45 football fields. This tranquil oasis is located right at the heart of the city center with over 3,000 palm trees. In addition, 7,000 other trees of a variety of 14 species. Many Emiratis get away from the surrounding hustle and bustle and to stay cool. Created in 2005, the park offers live music, barbecue and picnic areas, restaurants, and boat rides. It also hosts large exhibits like Dubai Garden Grow during the cooler months, with plenty of year-round facilities to enjoy. The park is also home to one of the city's most recognizable architectural landmarks, the Dubai frame. It has been described by the Guardian newspaper as the largest picture frame on the planet. Stands 150 meters tall and 95 meters wide. The Dubai frame is created out of glass, steel, aluminum, and reinforced concrete. Now, for those of you who's on budget and Burj Khalifa is a little bit too pricey, well, this is one alternative you can try out. If you can, I mean, you're not going to be in Dubai every single day. If you can, I would say go for the Burj Khalifa, but I'm going to show you the alternative as well. And you can decide which one you felt is a bang for your buck. The lineup for the ticket is pretty long, so what I recommend is just grab a ticket online. I mean, you can even just skip the lineup by just going to your smartphone, punching in your credit card, and boom, you get a. That's a cute baby right there. Bye bye. That's funny. And basically, show it to the guard at the gate. But yeah, we are in here. Right. There's the lineup, and if you can take a look, they are there to sell. And if you like to spend, if you want to lose weight by lighting up your wallet, the photographer there that will take a photo of you on green screen, and will sell it back to you at an inflated rate. That would definitely lighten up your wallet if you decide to buy it. With that being said, let's hope we get to go next. There's a show. Opened in 2018, the ground floor contained a museum showcasing the city's history and the visual exhibition predicting its future. The winning project was conceived by the Mexican architect Fernando Dantes, whose frame proposal won the international competition in 2008 by the government of Dubai. The winning concept illustrates a tall emblem structure to promote the new face of Dubai. According to Dantes, when designing the structure, he saw Dubai as a city full of emblems, and rather adding another one, he proposed to frame them all, to frame the city. Instead of building a massive structure, the purpose of the proposal was to build a void of 150 meter by 105 meter to continuously frame and development of the past, current, and future Dubai, to become the structure that celebrate yet constrain the city. Observation deck spans the top of the frame with glass bottom floor looking down almost 150 meters onto the building's lower span. I bought my life insurance, but I hope my parents won't make a claim. Hey Mom, give me a privilege to read. Now, it's not every single day I'm here in Dubai to do this, so I might as well take a rest and chill out right. Okay, that's enough. Get back to work. The frame is positioned in a way that from the observation deck, the visitor can view the older part of the city, while from the other side, the representative landmark of the modern Dubai. To fully enjoy this attraction, you need at least 30 minutes. And I'd say it's worth every single penny of that 50 dirham. Actually, no, 52.5 because it's 5% value added tax, if I'm not mistaken. What I recommend is you come during the sunset, and I think it's going to be much more spectacular. That being said, this is the lineup. So, see you down there. Dubai 2030. I believe it's a Sheikh's vision of how the city will be. Is this our train? There's women only cabins, so keep that in mind. Oh yes, We are heading towards one of these represented landmarks, a very big modern mall. Second biggest in the world to be exact.
Is Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall.
And it comes with a good view, you can see. Oh yeah. Burj Khalifa and the Amrani Hotel.
Oh, nice, famous. Opened in 2008, the Dubai Mall became the integral part of downtown Dubai. Being home to 1,200 shops, a 5-star premium hotel, it is no wonder the mall attracts over 54 million visitors a year. It's home to every single luxury brand you can possibly imagine. If you can name it, it's here. So what's so nice about this mall is you can actually find absolutely everything, like all the name brands, like Gucci to Sony. And with that being said, I think it's time for me to get an upgrade on my new iPhone. You will definitely find an Apple store here. I mean, sorry, I think this is Huawei. Yes, sorry, Huawei. They even have specific high fashion section, and for those of you who love shoes,
If you are a shoes lover, I suggest you to come to this section. We all have Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and every brand that you are wishing for is already here for you. Let's come. Right now, I'm taking you to the Souq, one of the area that they rebuilt to be like a traditional way building, and they are so pretty. Let's take a look.
Wow. If you succeeded in finding some rich friends, there's the Souq, a distinctive shopping precinct with wide walkways with jewelry shops, accessory outlet, traditional Arab clothings, and handcraft stores, just to name few. But given the fact most of the store here is out of my budget, I had to settle for window shopping. But if you got some little bit of a dough, check this out. Now for those of you who miss winter sport, check this out. They even have an ice rink here. So if you ever felt like trying to get some practice being a good hockey player, trying out for NHL, or perhaps Olympic trial for the ice skating, well, I guess what? This is a place to do it. However, if you got no budget at all, once again, I got you covered. Two things I love the most: good shoes, so you can get at all those, and right after you get your shoes, you can come here and check out another one of my favorite things, which is diving and checking out amazing animals, undersea creatures in this region. And the best part, this is completely free unless you want to go into the aquarium where there's an admission fee. If your time's short, just check this out and enjoy it. The aquarium located at the Dubai Mall is one of the largest suspended aquariums in the world, with a capacity to hold over 10 million liters of beer. I mean, water. The Dubai Mall illustrates the marvel of the ocean floor and showcase one of the most diverse collections of marine animals worldwide, totaling over 300 species, including various species of sharks and rays. Get down here to Dubai Mall. You have to go right, take an elevator 3 levels down, and left. I think we are here. Take a look. At the top. All right. The Dubai Mall is also connected to the world's tallest building. It is so tall at 828 meters. It's the twice the height of the New York's Empire State Building. No wonder it's even visible from up to 60 miles away. Now, I understand you are watching DIY destinations because you are probably like me and wanted to travel on a budget. There's some attractions that's worth spending money on since most likely you won't be back. So it's fair to say this is once in a lifetime, at least for me. I know it's not cheap, but it does cost 1.5 billion to construct this 163 floor landmark. The Burj Khalifa features 8 escalators and 57 elevators, including the world's 3rd fastest elevator. Its maximum speed is 36 kilometers per hour or 600 meters per minute. With that being said, let's enjoy this ride. It's only going to take approximately 1 minute to the observation deck on the 124th floor. The building was opened in 2010 as part of the new development called Downtown Dubai. It was designed to be the centerpiece of a large-scale mixed-use development. The decision to construct the building was based on the government's decision to diversify from oil-based economy and for Dubai to gain international recognition. The primary structure is reinforced concrete, and some of the structural steel for the building originates from the Palace of the Republic in East Berlin, the former East German parliament. The weekend is extremely crowded. It's full house right here. Now, the construction of this building started in 2004 and was completed in 2009. By the time it was completed, it became the world's tallest freestanding building, surpassing the Taipei Huang Tower with a height of 828 meters, or just a little half a kilometers. Initially, this building was actually called Burj Dubai. But unfortunately, government of Dubai ran out of money, and the ruler of United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Khalifa, had to bail it out by lending billions to complete this project. That's why it was named in the honor of Sheikh Khalifa. It's called Burj Khalifa Tower. The design was headed by the same firm that designed the Sears Towers in Chicago, a previous record holder for the world's tallest building. It is derived from the Islamic architecture of the region, such as the Great Mosque of Samarra. Now that is one heck of a view to to live for. The Y-shaped floor geometry is designed to optimize residential and hotel space. A buttressed center core and wings are used to support the height of the building. Although this design was derived from the Tower Palace 3, the Burj Khalifa's center core houses all the vertical transportation with the exception of egress stairs within each of those wings. The structure also features a cladding system which is designed to withstand Dubai's hot summer weather temperatures. Now, as with every single tourist attraction here, you can expect all of this, and also a souvenir shop. Oh yeah. Now we are lining up again. This always line up, and we're gonna go upstairs. So I think that's going to be even more spectacular. Can't wait. The critical reception to Burj Khalifa had generally been positive, and the building had received many awards. However, there were numerous complaints concerning the migrant workers from South Asia who were primary building labor force. These were centered on low wages and the practice of confiscating passport until the duties were complete. Most disturbing is a frequent suicide committed by those migrant workers reported in 2011. There's also line up going down, and as you can see, this is a pretty packed house. You're not going to be alone for too long.
Is arriving on the global scene. One of the things that we're very passionate about is how we built this building in respect of the human spirit, respecting the city we live in, respecting our people, and respecting quality as well in what we do. It's not about tall buildings, it's about pride. This building is a very emotional one for all of us in the Middle East. We need a successful story for this region. And I'm glad that we've participated in creating a positive story about growth, about success, about progress, and about hope.
Alright, we are done. Another short metro ride takes us to another flagship luxury destination, the Mall of the Emirates, welcome more than 40 million visitors each year. Not only can pick up some luxury brands from its 80 luxury stores, 250 flagship shops, and eat at over 100 restaurants and cafes. No, I didn't pick up any nuts or become nuts to tell you that even ski in the hot weather in Dubai. It's possible. I mean, indoors. So if you're ready to conquer the freestyle skiing in the next Winter Olympics, this is where you need to hang out. I'll be cheering for you on the podium, and don't forget to be nice and send me your autograph. Good luck. But for me, I like to look for deals in luxury condos. Do you know I'm also a real estate investor since in my early 20s? You know, I invested, close to $7 million through my lifetime. Oh, a bit more. Yeah, this looks pretty legit. I might even jump into the real estate market here. Let's see what happens after the show. I'm happy now. I got all 3 flavors. However, today is my lucky day. I managed to score some free protein bars. But that's not enough. If you're hungry, there's a French supermarket where you can grab some freshly prepared cheap bites without breaking the bank. No kidding. But what I really need is a drink. I'm really thirsty. Now Dubai is as hot as so you definitely need to drink more water. I'm serious, or else you're gonna get the really dry lips. So the best place to get water, supermarket. I mean, it costs like 1 dirham or half a dirham. With that being said, let's see what else they got. Have a look. If you love pastries, this is a heaven. Everything's not that expensive. And everything smells so good. I wonder what am I going to eat. That's the dilemma I'm facing. I need to know. I need to decide what to eat. I'm a sucker for anything that is basically sesame seed. And what I got is this right here. It's called cement. It's basically almost like a bagel. Cement is a circular bread, typically encrusted with sesame seeds or less commonly poppy, flax, or sunflower seeds, found across the cuisine of former Ottoman Empire and the Middle East.
It's actually really good, but it's gonna be even better if this was warm. It's also a little bit hard as well, but so this is probably being done at least like 3-4 hours already, but nonetheless, it's still really nice. Costs about 75 cents or so.
But I am not done. Costing less than $1, I need to try burk. It's a Turkish savory crunchy pastry filled with different fillings such as cheese or potatoes.
It's a very traditional Arabic pastry. A lot of them have veggies, some of them have cheese, some of them have different things inside there. I picked the one with the spinach. So, with that being said, let's eat. Oh, 2 of us. Somebody drive right here. Can I sit here? Yes, oh, thank you.
Given the fact that I have absolutely no bling to pick up anything here, but at the right outside the mall, I'm gonna pick up the best bargain in Dubai. It is a pickup point for Dubai Sand Dune Desert Tour. All the operators offer the exact same thing, no matter what they advertise. But the price range from 75 dirhams or $20 to as low as 50 dirhams or $14. Even their pickup time is the same, usually at 2 p.m. All come with pickup, jeep ride, camel ride, dinner and live music, and drop off. Those who are watching first, get things done. Ready?
Hello.
Let's go. The white van will make few stops to pick up more visitors before stopping for 10 minutes break at the transit point. This is where you can grab some quick bite, drinks, souvenirs, and use the toilet. I got to say, this guy is really good.
So the market here is pretty good. Oh, thank you. I'll do it later. Get ready to be hustled. He asked for 30, right? She did a good job. She got it for 20. I'm so proud of you. You got better deal than I did. So basically, we just arrived at I think this is a stop actually. So there's many activity options, depends what you pay for it.
Our first stop is located in the middle of the desert at Al Malam, an inland town of the Emirate Al Sharjah. This is the camp for the off-road safari and ATV ride. By the time we arrived, it was already 4 p.m. As with all touristic destinations, there is always an opportunity for an upsell.
It's really busy, so one of the things that obviously here is an upsell. If you want an ATV, to ride ATV is 2 person is $250, or 1 person is $150. So the option is basically single or dual bikes.
For those of you who really want to try it out, make sure to bargain, and bargain hard.
Big cramp, but it's all good. I hope they turn on the air conditioning soon.
For me, let's stick to the adrenaline-fueled Jeep Safari including the ticket. So buckle up, because for next 10 minutes, it will be very bumpy. We are going to do dune bashing. Basically a form of off-road done on the sand dune. Usually a big 4x4 and driving at various speed over the sand dunes and maneuvering the car in such a way that it maintains balance while going up dune and coming down. Oh yeah.
قاعد ولا بيا ولا عليا يا جماعة.
And picture points. That's where you go and get a nice view of the desert.
Locally known as Alheimer, the Big Red is situated in a rock alkali desert and only 50 kilometers from Dubai, getting its color and name from the high iron oxides content. The Big Red is the largest sand dune in the country, being massive 100 meters high with steep slopes, making it the ultimate spot for desert sport and scenic views.
Please leave a good impression, because leaving trash all over the place is not cool. It's really disrespectful. So that was a pretty crazy 4x4 ride. So the driver goes like this. Too bad I couldn't get like a front seat for you guys.
The van picked us up about an hour before the sunset for the second part of our tour. Getting to the next camp took about 45 minutes to Al Weaver, a town in Dubai Emirates. It's about 35 kilometers away from the city center and known for being a major center for aquaculture and camel breeding. Depending on your tour company, from the gate, you either be shuttled to Majlis Desert Safari Camp or Al Alkama Desert Camp. Both offer the identical amenities. Here is a recommendation. Catch the sunset before it's too late. You can always do the camel ride later. Once again, get ready to be hustled by photographers and men with birds.
Sunset. It's pretty spectacular here. Do get here is a camel ride. It should be, because the tour package is very standardized no matter what agency you get it from. Is the lineup for the free camel ride. That is included actually. So on that side, if you want to pay extra 20, you get to have a longer camel ride. The person will first ask for 20 dirham. Now it's going down to 10. So if you want to do this, you can always bargain and bargain hard. But one thing though, just keep in mind, make sure you check the camels not being mistreated. I am a big advocate of animal rights. I have no problem animals used for economic development, but make sure you also think about the welfare of the animal. That being said, let's go check out one of those cuties. No problem. Alright, this is my bestie right here. I'm gonna ride him. Hey, what's up? So you know I'm gonna ride you, right? Are you gonna give me a smooth ride or what? Yeah? No? Come on, we can be friends. So here we go.
Camel is an important part of Emirati culture and dates back to its root. In the past, camel was said to be God's gift to Bedouins. These animals are often made life in the desert possible, providing everything from transportation to clothing and even food. The total ride only lasts about 2 minutes, but seriously, what's with his attitude? This better not how Asians get treated, at least by camels. Oh wow, I forgive him.
Okay. You hungry?
Yep, you're hungry. I'm so hungry.
Okay, so I guess it's dinner time. And I think
the dinner and drinks are included in our ticket. The appetizers are served first. So let's go and line up. And please guys, there is a lot of guests. Have some courtesy and only take one portion. And don't fight over food or start a food fight.
there's a lot of. Oh wow. Alright, so I did not argue anyone because I don't double dip, and so we got falafel and we got samosas dipped in some white sauce. I'm not too sure what that is. You already started. You're eating without me. Holy smoke! Oh my! Oh, but is it good though? Good. Okay, cool. Another thing that's included is drinks, and this is I think one of the no-name brands. It's cola, not Pepsi though. Local brand, I think.
I'm pretty sure that tiny bits of crumbs won't satisfy your hungry belly. I feel the same, but let's relieve our pain with some live performance.
That's what you call public engagement right there.
Belly dancing has its origin in Egypt but has a long history in the Middle East. The first belly dancer or group of traveling dancers known as galaways. These women were considered gypsies in Egypt in the 18th century and were banished from Cairo during the 1830s, but went on to perform in Upper Egypt and later in Middle East and Europe. Belly dancing was during this period often known as Oriental dancing, and the women were made famous in Europe by authors and painters intrigued by the exotic nature of this art. Therefore, with the exception of United Arab Emirates, all other Persian Gulf countries have banned this style of dancing.
Oh, that is not the only performance. While they are selling the buffet, there will be another round of dance and music here. So I'm really excited what comes next. So as you can see, when you come to Dubai, you definitely have to come to see this. You'll find Dubai. I'm just joking. I think they just misspell it. But here you go. This is a fire show. It's just in it, and there will be other shows. I think the buffet is pretty much ready.
After seeing how sexy belly dancing is, I am so inspired to be a sexy dancer myself. So it's time to shred some belly fat. So I'm going to be nice and let everyone eat first. And while I check out some little stalls here.
This guy can write anything, in Arabic, in English, in French, anything, any language, this guy can do it. Now the drinks are included in your price of the tour, but if you want to try out like sugar canes and fresh juices, that's extra. Look at this! Oh, the lineup! Oh my goodness! I hope there's enough food for me out when I'm actually got to the front. Oh, I just made lots of friends here. I think it's because my this is my new haircut. I mean, can't go wrong. Instead of paying $10, I paid 20 this time.
Actually, it's a bad idea to wait towards the end for food. The good stuff might not exist when you get there. So here's a few ways to make sure you get some meat. First, you can dress up like a woman and pretend to be hot chicks and use a shorter women's line. Not a good idea. Guys, just be quick and be first to line up.
Oh, here we go. This is my dinner. I have to eat this really quick because a lot of us go home sooner. Here we go once again. So chicken wings, some noodles, rice, peas, and pasta.
After the quick bite, it's time to head back. Same route. The dedicated 4x4 take our group to the gates and our minivan take us back to our meeting point. But here is a little secret. Give the driver a little tip like 30 dirhams or $10. At most likely, he'll gladly drop you off at pretty much anywhere in Dubai rather than designated pickup point. One of my biggest joy of doing this show is able to bring all of you around the world. I lost count how many times I have fans, young and the old, coming up to me to say hi and thank you. Tonight is no exception. These two siblings are from Iraq Kurdistan region. I told them someday I'd visit their country and showcase how amazing it is. That is a promise.
Alright. Wahhabis, everyone?
No surprise, it was a very, very, very long day. I basically sank right into my bed and had a sweet and very interesting dream. Next day, I didn't feel like doing anything at all. Almost slept the whole day. Not so fast. There is no way I'm coming all the way here to sleep. My journey out of Dubai continues, and we are headed towards the water. And my favorite way of getting there is Metro to Soba Realty Station.
Soba Realty.
Go out to the Soba Realty station here. Now, the next thing we need to do is take a tram over to the marina.
I need to get some change, but I found a really good deal. So I'm gonna try the UAE chicken hot dog. They're just heating up my food, and once it's done, we are on our way. So what you get is actually a Pringle, one of these snacks, and you also get a drink. I think my hot dog's coming. I'm excited.
Sadly, the hot dog was a total nightmare, but thank goodness, we can easily move on. The Dubai tram interchange is right inside the station and only 2 stops away, so let's get going. After getting off at the tram stop Mia Sahahi, you are only a stone throw away from our destination Dubai Harbor. It's located at the intersection of the iconic Palm Jumeirah and the Blue Waters. This is a seafront district that consists of marinas and cruise terminals along with retail stores, beaches, and outdoor recreational parks.
The, I guess, public parks with workout amenities like chin-up bars and so on.
I needed to refuel my soul. No hot dog this time, please. There is no better way to grab a large shawarma sandwich. In case you don't know, it is a very popular Levantine dish consists of meat cut into thin slices, stacking a cone shape, and roasted on a slow turning vertical rotisserie or pit. Originally made with lamb or mutants, it is also made from turkey, beef, or veal, and of course, my favorite, chicken.
Oh, beautiful. Sukram, thank you. I am so excited, so here you go. It's really creamy. Unbelievable.
The best of all, that shawarma only costs 14 dirhams or less than $4. Oh yes, Dubai can be a dream paradise for cheap eats at non-touristy places. But when it comes to fishing, that's no dream. I'm going to make it come true. It will happen. I got invited by the local tour company to do some deep sea fishing. That is really the reason I'm here at the Dubai Harbor.
And man, I am excited. I'm looking forward to get some really good catch so we can have dinner tonight together. Barbecue it, right? Oh yeah, totally not. But you know, we got really nice crewmates, and you see all the fishing lines all set up, ready to go. The only person that's waiting is you, so make sure you come and visit us. We can fish together.
Seriously, Dubai is as hot as me. No kidding guys. Wear some sunscreen lotions because you want to grow the fish but not your skin, so be warned. With that being said, let me introduce my amazing crew. The super chill Captain Alisher and the talented skipper Angel. They are both super cool. I got a feeling they are super talented in fishing.
Boat just slow down, I think. We are going to get started to really fish, I think. I would feel. Alright.
Since Dubai is surrounded by Persian Gulf, you can basically fish year-round for barracudas, tilapia, and hamor. For a month between October to May is the ideal fishing season for king, mackerel, and tuna, while summer months of June to September are suitable for sailfish and queenfish. So seriously guys, you can't screw up the seafood here if you know how to fish. So pay attention, I'm going to get a fishing lesson one-on-one.
I'll be doing trawling. Big fish or big fish?
Seagulls.
Oh, okay.
You can see some on there.
So, yes. If there's seagulls, it means there should be a fish down there. If there's seagulls, you have fish.
This bigger lure with big lip means for the trolling. For the trolling. This also for the trolling.
Trolling, yes.
This for the casting.
These are for casting.
Also for the trolling.
Oh, okay.
I will show you the next one also.
Trap lining is a line fishing technique. Unlike trolling, which involves slowly pulling one or more bait line through the water, trap line's hook is suspended horizontally in the water rather than vertically. This fishing technique is good for fishing across the river. We didn't get the start we wanted, so no fish to grow just yet, but nothing is going to stop us. We are not going to give up, given Dubai's water contains more than 300 species of fish. Many of them are very, very delicious. So let's check out another fishing spot.
Okay, so what is this? What's this kind of fish called?
Jigging.
Jigging
fishing.
We'll try another form of fishing technique, this time jiggling. It lured by specific movement to mimic an injured bait fish erratic swimming style and is ideally suited for catching large freshwater fish such as bass. A jig consists of a lead singer and hook molded together, and yes, we got a lot of them.
Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of myself now.
Commonly known as the Japanese thread fin brain, is native to the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. Having invaded the Suez Canal, the species is now abundant in the Mediterranean and has become the important source of food. It is also the main ingredient of the beloved crab sticks.
He's the captain right here. You got to do this if you're in Dubai. What's the name of your company again?
Fishing UAE.
Fishing UAE. Get that into your brain when you come to Dubai.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a quick infomercial to thank my sponsor Fishing UAE for inviting me out to the deep sea fishing. They have multiple boats of all sizes and experienced crew for giving you a tailored fishing experience around United Arab Emirates. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back to fishing. Look like there won't be a shortage of protein tonight. Just after my first catch, I score another victory. Oh yes.
My goodness. Holy smoke.
Be careful. Teeth, so sharp.
Yeah, there's a fox.
The yellow-tailed barracuda is one of the smaller species of barracuda, which is native to the Indo-West Pacific Oceans. It has also invaded the Mediterranean through the Suez Canal from the Red Sea, and also has become abundant in the region. They generally lay around 300,000 eggs on the surface of the water, often seen hanging around the reef in the tropical water in search of food such as worms, snails, copepods, shrimps, and small fishes.
Alright.
But given the variety is the spice of life, let's explore another fishing site. This time, will it get closer to Dubai's famous artificial island, Palm Jumeirah?
So what's so special about near Palm Jumeirah? Like,
Okay, area. Because of all artificial islands covered by rocks.
Okay, covered by rocks.
alright. So, okay.
For this spot, it did took a little bit more time, but good skills takes patience. With a little luck, I managed to score the third catch. Boy, this is a big one.
Wow.
The Sobiti sea bream are widely found in the Western Indian Ocean and the Persian Gulf. The adult lives in the shallow coastal water, the similar environment as near the Palm Jumeirah. It is one of the most popular cultivarous fish sold in the market across the globe. It was close to sunset, one of the best time to fish, so wish me luck. The barracuda just, I think, chew the bait actually. It happens. Oh, I can't wait to come. I'm so sad now. I want to come back actually, and you come back with me. Despite trying my best, it was not meant to be, but I did enjoy the spectacular sunset from the Persian Gulf. So let's head back. I think I already gotten a year worth of vitamin D in one afternoon. By the way, if you wonder how much the cost of a typical trip like this, well, it depends. But usually about 1,000 dirham to 1,500 dirham, or $275 to $400 for 4 hours on the private boat. So bargain and bargain hard. What a day. Amazing. So sad, but bye guys. This way, right?
That way.
Oh, that way. All right. All right. What a day. Now, the sun hasn't completely set, so it's not too late if you want to go somewhere for an even more spectacular sunset. I got you covered. It's close by as well. The downside is not free, a little pricey to my standard. From Dubai Harbor, you can either take a direct taxi or simply walk to a Palm Gateway monorail station and get off at Nikkel Mall. If you are taking a metro from downtown, then get off at the Dubai Internet City, and here's what you do.
You have to take a taxi from the metro station. Oh yeah, no possible way. So with that being said, let's go to exit number 3 and get our taxi. Now, I think it's this side, the view. Palm Jumeirah.
The Nikkel Mall is one of the newest shopping centers in Dubai and located at the heart of Palm Jumeirah. This upscale mall offers 300 shops, restaurants, and entertainment outlets, including a 13-screen theater. But without a rich Emirati wife, I got no money and time for shopping. You know, I'm actually on the rush.
So this kind of sucks. I actually tried to went online to a website, tried to book a ticket, but my payment didn't go through. So I went to another website, I booked a ticket for this, and it cost 100 dirham. But when I arrived, it says the ticket is only valid until 3:30. So you have to do a top up. So top up is 93 dirhams. That really sucks. It is what it is, but it's not like every single day I'm going to be here. So what I'm saying is just go up and take a look what they have to offer. It better worth it because this is one hell of an expensive attraction. Let's go.
Your visit began with a short interactive presentation showcasing the history of Palm Jumeirah, followed by a dose of propaganda. A film documenting the aspiration of the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed, to transform the city into a world-class tourist mecca from the reliance on petrodollars. As well, the challenges of adding hundreds of miles of coastline to a crowded city to host a number of luxury hotels, resorts, villas, and homes for both tourists and locals.
After the little video, this is a room where they showcase how this island came to be, with the constructions and so on.
The museum and the gallery also showcase the creation process, including many of the tools that used to dredge 3 billion cubic feet of fried noodles, sands from the sea floor.
Okay. See lots of villas down there, so.
The construction of the Palm Jumeirah Island began on June 2001 with 7 million tons of mountain rock that was piled around the island to form a crescent-shaped breakwater 7 miles long, designed to protect the newborn island from the waves and the storm. The developers announced the handover of the first residential unit in 2006. At this time, 75% of the property were ready to be handed over, with 500 families already reside on the island. By end of 2009, 28 hotels were open on the crescent. A 6-lane undersea tunnel connects the island to the beaches on the crescent, while the Middle East's first monorail runs the length of the island. The 240-meter-high observation deck sits on the 52nd floor of the Palm Tower, directly connected to the roof of Nikkel Mall. Now, As mentioned before, I had to pay extra because I did not arrive before 3:30 or come after 7 p.m. All of the discounted tickets are not valid for sunset. If you purchase one of these tickets, make sure to come on time or get ready to pay a penalty. There is an upper level access for additional fee and a cafe and a gift shop that will certainly help you share some weight by lighten up your wallet. But let's just enjoy the magnificent sunset. After all, I did pay for it.
But I have to say, the view is pretty spectacular, let me say. As expected, we are going to walk through the souvenir shop with the photos of what they took on the way out. So I need to go meet my friends at Kosovo. It's almost like over 30 minutes. Still waiting in line. However, I am next.
After doing pretty much all the cool stuff to do in Dubai for the last 4 days, I still have another couple days to kill. My cool friends wanted me to check out Abu Dhabi, the capital of United Arab Emirates, especially when the Expo 2020 offers free direct shuttle bus. For those of you who missed out on Expo 2020, don't worry, we'll check out the highlights later.
Really nice about Expo 2020 shuttles is and take you to Abu Dhabi for free. So that's where I'm going right now. New city, why not?
For the buses, you can always take the frequent bus E100 from the Dubai's Abu Dhabi intercity bus station to Abu Dhabi's central bus station. The fare is 30 dirhams each way, and the trip takes about approximately an hour and a half.
Welcome to the Abu Dhabi. It's we have arrived at 1-something a.m.
Abu Dhabi is the capital of United Arab Emirates and the second most populous city after Dubai. The pearl diving business was the key industry prior to the discovery of oil reserves. Today it's home to a population of 1.6 million, with majority of inhabitants being expatriate workers. Although Dubai is bigger, has more liberal atmosphere with plenty of budget options, in contrast, Abu Dhabi is slightly more expensive, being very traditional, religious, and has strict dress code. So don't expect to find hostels. They don't exist here. The good news is the city is pretty safe and the weather is very warm at night. You'll be able to sleep on the street pretty comfortably. Okay, just joking. A decent centrally located hotel shouldn't set you back more than $50 to $80. Not so bad. Here is also another good news.
On our way to the first attraction, the bus here, it costs less than 50 cents or less. Like I don't have exchange rate on me, but yes.
The catch is you have to buy a rechargeable smart card costing 10 dirhams at the Wahadra Central Bus Station. They do not accept cash fares, but driver will ask you to just get on or don't even bother checking. So ride at your own risk. Before long, I have arrived at the bus stop near the Iranian market at the Mina port.
Okay, you know what guys, I'm not gonna check out, but I would just say if you are in a time crunch, skip it. It's just hard to find. I've arrived. Okay, this is interesting. It's like a flea market. Flea market is.
Now, I have to be honest, I thought this was going to be a tourist attraction, but it's not. This open air market mainly sells wholesale blanket, rugs, and catering equipment. So unless you're planning to open your restaurant here, there's nothing of interest for visitors.
Advice to you is please just skip this. There's really not much to see here. I mean, you're not gonna find souvenirs here for sure. It's basically consists of pots and pans and earthware and things like that. But you know, honestly, you're not gonna buy that. So with that being said, let's go to the next attraction.
Next, thanks to Google Map, I totally blame their not so artificial intelligence for sending me to the wrong place. I decided to include it in this episode just for the fun of it. Instead of directing me to the Grand Mosque Abu Dhabi, the Google Map took me to this one. Since this city is surrounded with beautiful mosques, there's just so many of them. I forgot the name for this mosque or have any information about it. Sorry guys, let's just get to the real deal.
This is actually a bus stop. There's air conditioning inside, so in case it's super hot outside. Alright, just got out. So this is Grand Mosque stop. And there you go. Question? How do you get in? I guess I'll have to find out.
The walk from the stop to the entrance is approximately 15 minutes, but if you see one of these golf carts, you can score a free ride to the dome glass.
I need to come over stop ticket office, individuals.
To maintain the capacity control, you need to get the free ticket at the underground entrance. Given this is a religious establishment, visitors must follow a specific dress code as a sign of respect. Shoulders and knees must be covered and shoes must be removed at entry gates. Women are asked to wear abayas, which are provided free of charge.
Got to check this out.
The Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, named after the founding father of United Arab Emirates, or commonly referred to as Grand Mosque Abu Dhabi. It is both the largest mosque in the country, one of the world's largest mosques, and an architectural masterpiece that beautifully combines Islamic architecture and design. The mosque architecture Yusuf Abaki took inspiration from a number of sources, including mosques from Egypt, Pakistan, Persian, and other Indo-Islamic architectures. The courtyard has 4 minarets in the classic Arab style on the 4 corners, which rise about 107 meters, and the floor features one of the largest marble mosaic artwork in the world, with its floral design measuring about 17,000 square meters. The dome layout and the floor plan of the mosque was inspired by Bashati Mosque. Its archway are quite essentially a Moorish style. Natural material was chosen for much of its design and construction due to its long-lasting qualities, including marble stones, gold, semi-precious stones, crystal, and chromatics. More than 3,000 workers and 38 subcontracting companies were constructed in its construction. Artisans and materials came from many countries, including India, Italy, Germany, Egypt, Turkey, Morocco, and the United Arab Emirates.
Is equally as spectacular. All gold. Wow.
The Grand Mosque holds a Guinness World Record for the largest hand-woven carpet. The weight of this carpet is 35 tons and is predominantly made from wool from Iran and New Zealand. The main ceiling hall boasts one of the largest chandeliers in the mosque, along with a beautiful calligraphy enriched the hollow of its dome, entrenched with verses from Quran and painted with leaf gold in al-Naqshi lettering. The main prayer hall can hold over 7,000. There is 2 other small prayer halls with a capacity of 1,500 each, one of which is women's prayer hall.
Done. The visit takes roughly about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Depends how long you want to enjoy it. But there's a limit of 3 hours you can stay here. So we are heading back and let's see where we can go next.
I headed back to Abu Dhabi Central Bus Station. Once again, I took the free Expo 2020 bus to Dubai, but I'm not heading out to bed just yet. Once again, my friend Shaz is waiting to show me some off the beaten path hidden gems. I got a feeling there's another round of cheap eats.
Oh, my last night, I had to spend it with my cool friend, man. So, okay, this is off the beaten path of tourist attraction. Not touristy at all.
It's alcoves. It's not touristy. It's more artsy. If you're into, arts and all that thing, this place is nice.
Shan and I drove back to the industrial zone of Al-Khul, the home to the Alserkal Avenue, who I visited before. At night, this area is transformed into a meetup for expats. It's filled with pubs and bars catered to foreigners who are permanent residents of Dubai. This is a place for them to hang out and have a drink. It also has its own stand-up comedy and improv theater, and also super cool video arcade with private rooms. How exciting. But I'm down for another round of cheap eats, and here's how you find these places.
I never seen a fried rice that's cost only 12 dirham. How much is 12 dirham? In US dollars? $2, $3. Come on, what can you get for $2, $3? Yeah, okay, how do I find these places?
Just go in cafeteria.
So cafeteria, that's the key word right there.
Yeah.
So what are we ordering today, by the way?
Sichuan rice. This is avocado juice. I love it. It's with honey, so with sugar, it's like the best. Summertime is really good.
Oh, so creamy.
Yeah.
Holy shoot.
But if your budget is a little bit higher, don't worry, I got you covered too. I mean, Shan's got you covered too. He recommended you check out the Time Out Market located right inside the Souq Al Bar near the Dubai Mall. The space is spread over 43,000 square feet and encompasses 18 concepts, 3 bars, a sweeping outdoor terrace, and so much more into one space. From burgers to sushis, you find everything under one roof, with most price under $10. This is one fries you're unlikely to find anywhere.
Well, we got, I don't know, it's katsu curry?
Katsu curry.
Katsu curry fries. Yeah, I love it.
What's so special? Describe it.
It's a mix of chicken. It's like poutine in Montreal. I like it. I miss poutine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, next. With that being said, let's just eat. I have to say, like, it's really the chicken is actually really nice and tender. I'm gonna try out the fries. I can't complain. It's really good. It's a lot more lively.
After multiple rounds of fried rice and fries, we definitely need to shred off some calories. And I asked Shans, where does the expat go to do that? The answer is Kite Beach. It's another one of Dubai's popular beaches. This is a perfect place for us to have a nice jog in a well-lit footpath. During the day, it offers a wide range of water sports, including jet skiing and even a surfing school. In the afternoon and evening, it offers tennis and beach volleyballs, along with amenities such as lots of snack booths for refueling and a shower to get your sweats off. Ugh. Sadly, every journey has to come to an end, and my journey of the beautiful city of Dubai ends right here. Just joking. It's crazy to miss out the most extravagant and the most expensive World Expo ever hosted. A world fair known as the Universal Exhibition or Expo is a large international exhibition designed to showcase the achievement of nations, typically held at least 5 years apart in different parts of the world at specific sites for a period of time, typically between 3 to 6 months.
I'm happy to be here in Dubai while the World Expo is going on. So as you can see, it doesn't happen often. It happens in fact only once every 5 years.
For the Expo 2020 Dubai, it was postponed due to the global pandemic and finally opened on October 1st, 2021 and closed on March 31st, 2022. With a price tag of $18 billion, I have high hopes and expectations for this Expo. With 191 countries participating, it is also the largest ever. With that being said, I'm excited.
Here at the World Expo 2020. Well, actually it's 2022 right now here in Dubai. And first I'd like to thank Mimi. And she's the president, she's a smart ass by the way. She's the president CEO of Cal Coffee, right?
No.
Whole staff and for actually inviting me here to the World Expo. As you can see, this is really special because Mimi, this only happens once every 5 years right here in
Yes, in the world.
If you wonder who gives me the idea to be here, once again, they inspire me and push me to come. In fact, my friend actually works at Laos Pavilion representing their country's flagship coffee brand, Dao's Coffee. By the way, this is Mimi. She is the CEO. Really cool girl. Let's wish them good luck in selling lots of caffeine and keeping everyone awake until the end of my show. There is endless live shows, concerts, and cultural events all day and all night. Okay, enough talking, let's check out our first show, featuring the two Expo 2020 mascot Latifa and Rashid. Latifa, an 8-year-old girl who is passionate about science and technology. Rashid, a 9-year-old boy who wants to save the environment.
Password? That's easy. Rashid 1, 2, 3, 4. Rashid, stop! Stop being clever!
You're polluting machines.
Nonsense, children. The information age is over.
It's a laser gun.
Wrong. It's the Greed Gun 2000. Vision and the hunger to match it. Lots of computing to hack it. Yeah! Look, that's not easy to do.
Wow! Cool! Rashid, that's not cool! He has hacked into all our information systems. Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it?
Like that! what level 9 can do. I've been waiting for this day to come my whole life. Come on, Gigi, let's fry this place completely. Oh no! I knew I should have waited for the 3 to count to 3,000. No!
Salama! Oh, Salama! Are you okay?
Of course, my dear ones. You are all quite the team.
Another highlight features a sound and light show on the waterfall on the volcano-like structure on most nights. The experience is set against a backdrop of specialty written music. A live orchestra in London recorded the original score by the well-known Game of Thrones music composer and 2-time Emmy Award winner Ramin Djawadi. The visitors can stop off their feet to the impressive waterfall that cascades down before disappearing into the stone. The Surreal feature is indeed an escape for anyone needed a break from the scorching heat of Dubai. This little guy, robot, is called Opti, another one of Expo 2020 mascots. The motto of the Expo 2020 Dubai is Connecting Minds, Creating the Future. The main site has an area of 438 hectares. Each country has its own pavilion located inside one of the 3 districts featuring opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. We'll get into that later. The quality and size of the pavilion usually depend on how much a country can afford. Developing country usually gets a simple but a free pavilion sponsored by the government of Dubai. Both Uruguay and Panama is an example.
My first pavilion is actually happened to be Uruguay. As you can see, it's basically showcase such as this culture and things like that, and as well there you can see the limestones they have.
This is a home.
What's this?
First ball used in World Cup.
First ball ever used in a World Cup.
It's very awesome.
This is actually Panama's pavilion. It's right beside Uruguay's.
Both are located in the mobility district that celebrates human progress, the motion of individuals, labor products and services, capital, information, thoughts, and cultures. The objective is to encourage people of all colors and race to connect, understand each other's cultures, and exchange new and old knowledge and ideas. Most importantly, to share potential opportunities together as one humanity.
I hope it's really good. It's Malaysia. It's one country I actually been to. I love amazing food, amazing culture. So let's see what it has to offer right here. Alright, we are moving. Yeah, we're going to Malaysia. Not quite, but at least we're going to a Malaysian pavilion, yes.
Yes, Malaysia.
What do you think? What's your guess on this one? Do you think it's legit? This one?
I think it'll be fine, I think.
Alright. Wow, let's check it out. Look at this.
The Sustainability District promotes the moving towards a path where a future we all live in balance with our only home, planet Earth. All of us joined forces, small actions grew into a positive global movement that will help communities protect and preserve the world around us. One of the major pavilions in this section is Malaysia.
You scavenge on surrounding trees, vegetations, and rivers atmosphere, and protect.
The pavilion's energizing sustainability theme catches Malaysia's commitment to balance socio-economical progress with environmental concerns to ensure a secure and sustainable future.
You can get a
really cool selfie because on the lights above, it's actually pretty cool. On this side, they talk about Malaysia's contribution to the technology. The visitors will learn about the country's role in leading sustainable practice in aqua commodity business, as well as highlighting the country's people of diverse ethnicities with different cultures, traditions, heritage, and language living in harmony and contributing to country's progress, unity, and development. If you're an artsy type of person, you'll love the random street performance. And best of all, you are right in the middle of the action.
You also see a lot during the Gold Expo. So that was pretty cool. And I think there's something going on down there again as well.
One of the remaining pavilions that open late is Russia. 3 weeks prior to the filming of this episode, Russia invaded Ukraine and started an unprovoked war, killing thousands of civilians. I thought about whether to include them in this episode, but realized people of Russia are all brainwashed into supporting the war. I'm going to showcase the pavilion, but won't say too much about it. The pavilion showcased a lot of Russia's technological innovations, but they left out one thing that Russia is good at.
Basically, it's demonstrating lots of things. Russia's capable. One of them is actually handling technology. But one thing they probably forgot to add on is getting sanctions. They got the record sanctions. But hopefully, Moscow 23 Pavilion, they should make sure to mention how proud they are being sanctioned by the world and how screwed over their populations are. Cooperation. They can come up with this theme and you just invaded a country. Like, what the heck? So with that being said, it's a little bit ironic. If you wonder if dinosaurs exist, I think you can find your answer right here. Oh.
Go back. Go back.
My friend and I ended the night with some checks and giggles, oftentimes childish. There's simply a lot of street performance going late into the night, until it's time for dinner, late dinner.
Coming to see you and all those cool people from New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
In Dubai.
We're in Dubai, Expo 2020.
Yeah.
In Expo Village.
And not just that, you know, this is the only place in the whole world I can just go out in my PJs, in my pajamas.
By the way, to stay close to action, I actually live inside the Expo 2020 village that houses the participants of the Expo in an apartment-style accommodation. That's why I'm able to do something I absolutely love, cooking for others. It's also the cheapest way to eat.
This one's legit.
Unless you like fried chickens. No kidding. This is what I have for breakfast and lunch combined.
So chicken, rice, and a drink. Together it costs 20 dirhams, so it's roughly about $5 US or something. It's not bad. You need to have your ticket and your PCR test. Now, thank goodness I get in for free, but the ticket ain't that expensive. They are like $15 US or so. Really crowded. The reason is so many people is because we are this towards the end of the expo. That's why everyone wants to come and see it.
After getting my dose of fried chickens and rice, we need to rock. There is so many chicks to pick up. There's so many exciting pavilions to see. We'll start from the Opportunity District. Its objective is to encourage us to examine how we can unlock the potential of individuals and communities, highlighting that each of us has a role to play in creating change. In short, every action has its effect, not only in our communities, but also across the world. Therefore, individuals' actions matter, but together, through our collective actions, that we can do much more and create a better future for everyone.
So, let's see how many pavilions we can be making today.
All right, let's take a look. Challenge yourselves.
Let's go.
So number one is we're going to Luxembourg.
Yes.
Lots of visuals here.
Its central theme is Resourceful Luxembourg, to look outwards and combine its human, natural, technical, industrial, and financial resources to create its future. Its presentation showcased how the country has reinvented itself in order to move away from the agricultural to industrial power, and a global financial center with its redirection towards research, digital technologies, and space industries.
It's actually a really, really good 3D visual they have inside there. And I have to say, Luxembourg, you did a good job. That is so iconic. Cool.
Here, the outside part of the structure. United Poets will also contact.
Oh, wait, and finally.
The British Pavilion is inspired by a project from the late scientist Stephen Hawking. The theme was Innovating for a Shared Future, how technology can transform every aspect of human experience and beyond, including healthcare, transport, energy, and climate change, with an impact yet to be fully realized.
Well, there's one thing I wanted to make sure I covered, that's actually Ukraine Pavilion, to showcase, Ukraine do exist, unlike what the Russia said.
Since the unprovoked, unjustified Russian invasion of Ukraine, we have all witnessed death and destruction on the media. I wanted to showcase there's more to Ukraine than being a war-torn country.
A place where you actually throw a piece of paper and you can actually write your message, wherever that might be, to support Ukraine. As you can see, we are all united for one thing, and that is against Russia.
The theme for Ukraine's pavilion is Smart Ukraine, connecting the dots, and showcasing how the future technology and clever ideas can help create a more balanced world. Smart living, smart thinking, and smart feeling will come together. On the first floor, one of the highlights is vast field of real wheat where visitors can breathe fresh air and sense of natural flavor of Ukraine fields. Installation thinking consists of an art object, the cube, which has surface of different texture. It symbolizes thinking of Ukraine, which is a country with huge creative and intellectual potentials. On the second level, the guests get into the atmosphere of cultural heritage of Ukraine. The prominent personalities, greatest cultural, arts, and architectural accomplishments are represented here.
So there's also an art gallery here, and inside the pavilion by Ukrainian artists right here. It's pretty nice. Morocco, I've been there as well. Oh yeah, I've been to lots of places. I think I look legit. When I live in Morocco, I've never seen penguins. Maybe it's something that I missed.
Actually, it's Monaco, not Morocco. Inspired by the Rock of Monaco, this gem-like polygonal pavilion takes you to a multi-sensory journey through the mirror exhibition spaces, replicating the sight and smell of French Riviera.
Now, as you can see, actually, every single pavilion has a show. So this show is starting in about a couple minutes. So let's have a look. What's next?
So right now we're gonna come to visit Indonesia pavilion.
Wow, I think it's very, very interesting because I've been to Indonesia many times. Good food, great culture, and everything in between.
Present and future, presenting the diversity of our land, sparked global trade, and the global trade gave birth to our diverse culture and society today. Let me take you through a journey.
The pavilion's aim is to be the home to diversity, innovation, and opportunity to explore how Indonesia is creating a better future with innovations that merge modern technologies and local knowledge. The pavilion is divided into 3 zones, first being yesterday, showing the Spice Islands. For centuries, Indonesia attracted traders and explorers from Indochina, Central Asia, and the Middle East and Europe. Traders and settlers contributed to the natural enrichment and diversification of Indonesian culture. Second being today, showing the natural beauty of the world's largest archipelago, the warmth and friendliness of its people, the rich cultural heritage which varies from island to island, and the array of opportunities for mutual growth and development. Third, tomorrow, for exploring Indonesia's development of infrastructure that's improving and the lifestyle and prosperity for its people, its role in developing science and technology, and how the country is sharing its local wisdoms and innovation with the world. One of the fun pavilions in the Opportunity District was built by Lebanon. Its thing is to bring endless opportunity home by using our mind and inspiring and merging our traditions with global perspective. The highlight is dozens of swings that urge visitors to fly above Lebanon and enjoy the drone shot of Lebanese landscape.
So one thing about you'll find here is the technologies. Like my new friend right here. Alright, bye-bye. That's fun.
I took a brief break from the pavilion to enjoy many of its cultural performances, but not for long. Next country is my birth country. And yes, I'm Chinese by birth and I'm proud of my heritage because we are taking over the world.
Walk through the stars, that's what they say. Showcase China's what's called space industry. They just recently landed lunar modules right here.
The China Pavilion is also one of the largest at Expo 2020 at 4,636 square meters, and its theme symbolizes hope and bright future, and is designed in line with the principle of combination of Chinese and Western culture with Chinese culture as the core. The pavilions promote the notion of shared future for mankind from 4 aspects: exploration and discovery, communication and connection, innovation and cooperation, and opportunity and future through China's very controversial Belt and Road Initiative. The showcase also includes the achievement made by China in science and information technology. Some of the examples include Baidu navigation systems, 5G technology, and artificial intelligence.
to walk, cabin of the China's high-speed rail. So it says homegrown technologies. Now, most likely, heard about all type of this right here. The largest market for EVs are not in US or in Western developed countries, but it's actually in China, and they got lots of local homegrown brands like this one that's actually competing with Tesla.
Honestly, I can spend days and days at the Expo without covering anything. So, my friend Mimi, yes, the CEO of Dell's Coffee at Laos, recommended I meet up with her cool friend and Expo 2020 volunteer Sawu. He offered to show me some underrated pavilions that's truly deserving of more attention, and teaches me few words.
Hello, my name is Zayed, and I'm very honored to have Charles with me.
I'm very honored to have you because you know you're also a local, and I'm sure everyone who comes to Expo 2020 is going to love it, enjoy it.
Yeah, I hope everyone comes. We don't have much time left.
So book your ticket now. Fly here, and you get to meet Saul, right?
I know how to greet people and how to say thank you, etc.
Okay, Chinese. Say something.
Ni hao.
Oh! See, this guy's a cool cat, man. Smart as well.
Yeah, and in Slovakia they say "Aku salmash" for greetings.
Oh.
So yeah, here we are.
Maybe you can teach me.
Yeah. Sure.
The Slovakia Pavilion is located in the Mobility District. It's pretty small compared to their European counterparts, but nonetheless, its aim is to showcase the goal of this small nation to transform from its agricultural country to a rapid technologically advanced economy. On display includes hydrogen-powered cars, space mobile robots, and the flight simulators.
I studied mechanical engineering, and
so you're smart. You're a smart guy.
Well,
are you trying to show off?
No, I'd like to think so, but
I think he's just showing off.
You're pretty smart yourself.
I don't know about that. I'm an accountant.
Maybe this is the reason why I'm enjoying Slovakia Pavilion, because they have a lot of things regarding mobility, technology. You will see later a very nice looking car, and you will love it. It runs on hydrogen.
It runs on hydrogen?
Yeah.
No, so that means no CO2?
Exactly. Oh. Exactly. And it says here that this is the representation of the highest level of Slovak innovation, and I really agree with that. We're going to Peru.
Oh, we're going to Peru. Did you bring your passport though?
I didn't bring it.
But okay, at least we can go to Peruvian Pavilion.
The theme of Peru is cultural diversity, infinite wealth, and ancient wisdom with how humanity built a better future. The Peruvian culture is portrayed by the main bridge at the entrance. This is a representation of Kuchaca Bridge, famed for being the only bridge in the world that for over 500 years is annually rebuilt by more than 1,000 men and women. It is argued that innovation and knowledge creation devoted to build a better world is not limited to a specific time or place, which the Peruvians have been doing this for thousands of years.
Amazing. I've been here before, but I'm glad I came again. So everything back again.
What's your favorite part?
It's hard to choose. My favorite part, I cannot say potato again. When we were walking through the jungle.
Since our admissions tickets are all first class and valid around the world, we are in no rush. So we decided to check out whatever this is. Pretty cool. Towards the end of the expo, there is long lineup for all major pavilions, but not for the smaller ones, including Dominican Republic. This was a simple but nonetheless colorful presentation by a small nation showcasing the history of being the first settlement of the New World and be welcomed by inclusive characteristic of its society and the warmth of its people.
Some of my staff is here. That came from
Kosovo is Europe's newest country. Its pavilion tells the story of an emerging, vibrant, youthful nation whose demographic, statehood, and identity is rich with investment opportunities and the adventure that comes with growth.
They used to have something about wine. Moldova. You said you've been here, but you don't remember much.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But I know they have a lot about music. So that's
I like music, and I think and you guys like music as well.
We do. Everyone loves music.
Let's go and check it out.
The Moldova Pavilion is dedicated to a country brand Tree of Life, which tells the story of a country from the perspective of 5 areas: discover, taste, invest, craft, and wine.
You have to go there. That's where the money is.
The Mongolia Pavilion embraced the nomadic lifestyle of Mongolians that have been held for thousands of years and illustrate how it could coexist with the current and developing urban lifestyle.
The hero, which they call.
Sanim is a Muslim name which means real or genuine. This is an open-air pavilion that tells the story of the Emirati people, the land, and the culture. Its goal is to bring the visitors back in time to the deep history of United Arab Emirates to find warmth and nostalgia for its difficult past, reflecting the suffering that the ancestors had experienced until the state reached the position it currently occupies in terms of progress, prosperity, and safety. Finally, how these traditions and history is tied to its future.
The UAE have three life before. Life for the mountain people and the life for the desert and the sea. This is a place when you come here you can see the house mountain, and this is the corner is the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the kitchen for the old people before use it, make it the flour. This is a 2-stone. Okay, this is 2-stone with this is stone in the mountain. You can take it.
In this section we have pottery, and here we see a guy making art piece. Maybe we can see it.
Yeah.
I think kids asked him to draw art on it.
Oh.
And later he might make something that looks like this.
From clay.
Yeah.
It also celebrates the practice of many traditional professions of its people who inherited from their fathers and grandfathers and were keen to preserve them because of their pride in its inseparable inheritance. You're able to witness many Emirati storytellers, artists, and artisans as traditional crafts are made in real time.
So earlier we talked about coffee and dates. Well, coffee and dates. Exactly. Yeah. Let's try our coffee.
Our next stop is Slovenia, but once again, we decided to take a step back and chill out for a musical reason. By the way, Slovenians love dancing and their colorful performance demonstrate this tradition. But we came a little late. But nonetheless, I'll tell you that their theme is a floating green oasis that inspires sustainable solutions. It was a long day for Saul, but the Emiratis are pretty energetic. He wanted to show that there is more to the expo than a bunch of countries showing themselves off. There's also extracurricular activities for all of us, especially for those of us who love sport and up for a friendly competition.
I thought they were yelling at us. So I guess at the expo here, it's just more than like pavilions of countries and countries. There's also like different activities.
Yeah,
words and
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're interested in any sports, football, basketball. You can play football here. You just bring your team and line up and you can play. You can do many things.
Like chess,
like giant chess.
That is how I ended my second day at the Expo 2020. Just joking. I'm going to burn some extra calories.
That's a huge one. Look at that. Here's also a big restaurant here as well. Let's keep going. A big section dedicated to the French textile, which is just about right because do you know I'm also runway director for both New York Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week? Oh yes, I'm going to brag about that. So with that being said, let's see what else they have to offer.
Bonjour mes amis, je suis actuellement de la pavilion française de l'Expo 2020. If you want to practice your French, look no further than the Mobility District. The French Pavilion features the theme Light and Enlightenment. It reflects the ambition in the program in record time. The exhibition takes place on a scroll through history of progress, a founding concept of the World Expo since the mid-19th centuries. The presentation highlights the unique and daring French innovations and creations, all in the field that will make history of humanity a history of progress. Science, research, technology, art, craft, and education. On display includes the original edition of the 35-volume Dialogue and Dialogue the Encyclopedia, loaned from the French National Archive. There's a large section dedicated to illustrate mobility and present a dream. The French Space Agency showcased the cutting-edge technology that will allow us to live in space and explore Mars while celebrating milestones reached thanks to international space cooperation.
One of the mock-ups of concept of a space hotel. This is going to be a heck of a review when I finally get to go into one for real. So, with that being said, let's have a look. They don't have ready to wear because it's not in French culture, but while we're doing a show for Paris Fashion Week, it's very, very typical.
Given France is one of the powerhouses in high fashion and the Paris Fashion Week is one of the 4 fashion capitals, it is only right they show off one of France's most celebrated designer, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the designer's 50-year career and presents his iconic works. Hopefully someday I will have the privilege of directing his collection at the official Paris Fashion Week. Wish me luck. By the way, their pastries smell so good.
Islamic state of Iran. You know, not a lot of people talk about country under sanctions. So let's see what they have to offer. Let's go in.
Inspired by many tales in the classic book 1001 Nights, the Islamic Republic of Iran Pavilion is a collection of 13 box-like blue buildings of various sizes, each of them housed within a curtain of hanging bronze-colored balls. These curtain structures surround each building on all 4 sides, and they are made from long strands of clay beads. Their pavilion is undoubtedly one of the most interesting and most spectacular, and illustrates the country's economy, social development, and culture. It also highlights peaceful coexistence and showcases Iran's ancient civilizations and traditions, its rituals, and its people.
is the Persian carpet. It's famous all over the world. This is where you can find it.
Hi.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Persian carpet.
Yeah,
That is right.
of course.
Visitors of pavilions are encouraged to discover the pyramids of the ancient land in terms of ritual, cultural heritage, natural and historical destinations, indigenous handicraft and food, as well as live performance and workshops.
Grab some of those Iranian product, which is really hard to find because it's like sanctions to death, right? So you can check it out. You don't need to buy it, but you can at least check it out and see what they have to offer. Really cool, really interesting. Qatar, right there. By the way, just want to let you know, one of my favorite stations I watch the most is Al Jazeera. So they are Qatar.
Qatar's pavilion wanted to illustrate itself as a vibrant, forward-looking nation on the shore of the Arabian Gulf. Qatar also made its mark on the region with everything from world-class art museums to medical innovations. Especially its diverse economy, from arts to medicine to tourism, offers great investment opportunities. But you won't find any of that in this pavilion, other than the portrait of its ruler.
Everyone knows where I'm from, which is from the land of snow and bulletproof, and that is Canada. And I'm so excited to see what they have to showcase. So come on, let's have a look.
Canada's pavilion is round, wooden structure with a theme Canada, the future in mind. Outside the pavilion features that exhibit Trace, a series of 8 cubes symbolizing the threat to species and ecosystem due to the climate change. The pavilion's interior features a 360-degree theater, which shows a 7-minute film with a panoramic shots of Canadian landscape, with scenes from across the country including wind farms, ports, and people working in agricultural and fishing industries. That's basically it. And for a country as rich as Canada, it's truly disappointing and embarrassing as Canadian to see that there is no interactive interface, no restaurants or souvenir shops that most pavilions have. Even Philippines, a developing nation next door, did a better job than ours. You see what I mean.
Oh yes. Oh, look at this.
The pavilion is named Benkoda after the old Tagalog word for coral reef and draws you into a defined, free-flowing open space reflecting a culture that embraces openness, meaningful encounters, and connectivity. On display is a sculpture Helia by Dudley Diaz, a boat sculpture vessel of time symbolizing Filipino Austronesian ancestors who were maritime people.
Uzbekistan.
hope I can actually pronounce it correctly. It looks really fancy. Let's go. Uzbekistan's pavilion provides the visitors a journey through time by the Silk Road. The purpose is to experience its nation through its past, present, and the future. Focus on the history and its contribution to the world as a whole. It's actually really nice. This little map house here as well, historical. Uzbekistan is known to be the hidden gem of Central Asia. Just like its pavilion, it is known for the magnificent architectures and preserved traditions. From the picturesque natural landscape to historical site, Uzbekistan is known to be striking the eyes of millions of visitors for years. It's really interesting. You're surrounded with lanterns. Yes. The lights. How amazing is this? The journey is designed in a spatial sequence to create a storyline that will touch on historical relevance, modern advancement, and the future possibilities. In case you're getting Expo 2020 fatigue, I totally get you. I think it's time for me to call it a night, because next morning, I need to get a free COVID test for the evening flight to Poland. With that being done, let's finish up our world tour at Expo 2020 Dubai. There's one country I'm passionate about and I must see. And I'm surprised and not pleased with the lineup in the burning sun. And one place that's really dear to my heart is Palestine. And I want to go and check it out. The pavilion showcases a deep historic land with ancient buildings. The presentation invites the visitors to engage in all 5 senses, a journey of seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting what the land has to offer in a uniquely immersed tour to experience Palestine. The lineup is crazy. Didn't expect the Palestinian pavilion have such a big lineup. Well, it is what it is. Let's go. After 20 minutes, I'm still waiting in line. This is minute number 45. Still waiting. Finally, just a little bit of movement here.
So what do you say?
The exhibition's aim is to make every visitor feel like they are in Jerusalem, starting on the ground floor. The guide runs through a quick summary of the historic Palestine and the land significant for the 3 Abrahamic faiths. The floors themselves are replica of Jerusalem's old street, tailored with vertical strip of deep brown cladding and interspersed with a generous entryway.
And it's the birthplace of Jesus Christ. The olive trees that you'll see also.
Come in. There's room for everyone in Palestine.
Yeah.
So these are music from Palestine and in the elevator. She's gonna be famous. The tour followed by an elevator which doubled as an immersed simulation of rising high above Jerusalem. Once on the second floor, everyone set foot on a dark room where a promotional video is played that introduces the viewer to various Palestinian cities and their cultural attractions. In the Touch of Palestine section, where one can physically interact with all sorts of items, a chunk of salt from the Dead Sea, a lunar fragment from the Dome of the Rock, a mosaic staff from the Jericho, and an original key from 1948 that symbolized the right of return. The Smell Palestine section is where the cornucopia of scents are offered. Get to actually smell. Oh,
different spices of Palestine. It's really, really awesome. Oh, amazing. Oh, so fresh and amazing. Amazing. Alright, now I'm all freshened up. Let's go on.
There's also a virtual culinary experience, replete with a table where visitors can sit around that illustrate a traditional feast and a menu to browse.
I have to say this is a fantastic visual. They really did a good job of putting this together. Good job, Palestine.
To round out the excursion is a room where the guests can put on a virtual reality headset to visit various religious sites like Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Church of Holy Sepulchre.
I think we're coming to an end actually. A little bit sad, but great pavilion. You got to check this one out.
Their souvenir shop sells a selection of chromatics and Palestinian-themed arts and crafts. Opposite the store is a section of where assortment of Palestinian food product can be purchased. And yes, olive oil is on sale, as well as many other Palestinian products. So please support Palestine.
This is really nice. You get a nice souvenir with this pavilion. Can't wait. That's also Lucy. While I was in Ethiopia, this was a store in the Addis Ababa Museum, the University Museum, I believe.
Although small and simple, Ethiopian Pavilion offers the visitors the opportunity to see Lucy, a collection of several hundred pieces of fossilized bones representing 40% of a female of hominid species. These bones are dated to about 3.2 million years ago, making it the world's most famous early human ancestor.
As you can see, coffee, teas, and spices is actually a really big part of the economy.
Appropriately, the pavilion's theme is coming to the cradle of humanity and beginning a journey from the dawn of time. Since Ethiopia is actually the oldest independent country in Africa, the presentation invites the visitor to witness the culture and value that shape Ethiopia of today.
I wonder if there's samples available. Thank you so much. There you go. Ethiopian coffee. Delicious. The good old USA. Come on, man. You can't miss this one. It's beautiful too. It's almost like a US embassy actually. The lineup is actually not that long. It's only like 10 minutes. So if you can't make it to USA, at least you can just come here. At this pavilion, you get a good dose of American water, Aquafina. It's actually owned by Pepsi. It's owned by Pepsi. Yeah. It's just water. Maybe another like 10 minutes or so. Less than 10 minutes, I have a feeling. Yeah.
One of the American innovators
The pavilion promotes the idea that freedom enables creativity, innovation, and opportunity in the United States, thereby showcasing a dynamic society that has shaped the modern world and support the freedom and prosperity for everyone.
Benjamin Franklin, American Venture Alumnus. At this, we should.
The visitors are taken on a journey through the first three major exhibits via a moving walkway that meander through the pavilion. These exhibits focus on how freedom creates opportunity for all.
Personal computing and the internet entered the offices, homes, and hands of people around the globe. Envisioned and developed by American dreamers, there are 3.2 billion computers built into the smartphones that sit in the pockets and homes of people everywhere. Immediate access to information, distances that had once kept us separated. At At the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, Nikola Tesla.
Urban space are one ecosystem really. We are part of each other, and figuring out how to grow things in a much more harsh environment in space is going to help us grow things in harsher environments. Is to use the harsh and unique environment of space to help mitigate some of the greatest challenges that we face here on Earth, from climate change to food scarcity.
Announce the Star Lab Research Center.
Important for me to share my story. This idea that if I can do it, you can.
Drones, made possible by decades of work, will change the world, supercharging the next generation.
National parks. My favorite is the Yellowstone. My family actually lives in the United States, and it makes me proud because US is the most important country on the planet, from keeping the world safe to going to Mars, internet, and everything in between. Oh yeah.
The exhibition includes a dynamic digital presentation on America's history of innovation, a fun ceiling display science narrative, a replica of Mars Opportunity rover, and a moon rock sample collected by American astronaut Jack Schmitt during the Apollo 17 mission.
So this is also a place you can touch a piece of moon rock. There we go, so I just touched the moon rock. I actually did it before in Washington DC, but
Oh, I forgot. My favorite, an enormous replica of space rocket and a good old American diner for all of you to get the classic burgers and fries. No McDonald's, please. Given I have a flight to catch in the evening, I decided to put a hold on walking and use the free shuttle to get to my next pavilion. Time is picking, so I pay a super quick visit to Croatia Pavilion in the Mobility District. The pavilion features some of the greatest minds from Croatia and see how some of them have influenced today's world, from natural beauties and resources to arts and culture. I heard they got a nice car there waiting for me.
I think I need to get a salary increase to be able to afford this one. So please guys, say some good things to my boss. Nauru, a country that I always want to check out. So let's see what over here.
Well, nearby is a pavilion for Nauru, promoting essential mineral for the clean energy industry. Beside the country is Tanzania, promoting its natural beauty or potential tourism opportunity.
Libya. It's very small, but hey, at least they are here, right? Give them credits for that.
Libya is also represented here and focused on the oil-rich desert and its ancient history. The presentation illustrated as a long being a crossroad of different civilization and culture, with its rich heritage of Roman and Greek ruins. But there's one pavilion nearby I have to see. There's also some love story involved.
Now this is also another interesting pavilion, Syria. For those of you who don't know, I used to date someone from that country. Let's check her country out because I think it's going to be very interesting. There's definitely more to war than what's portrayed on media.
Syria promotes itself as a birthplace of the world's oldest alphabet, a tiny clay tablet carved with a symbol that sparked the evolution of written words, and celebrate a heritage of sharing knowledge as well as the nation's cultural community and perseverance. As well as the Syria's agricultural history through its seeds and wheat.
The different region of Syria that basically grow different type of staples, like sage in Damascus, or down here, Syrian ash from Damascus. And Palma, Aleppo, melons. As you can see, Syria is a has a really long history with a long culture, very colorful culture as well. So, alright, another interesting pavilion, the Holy See, or should we call it the Vatican? We are in here. Really nice. I think there's a lot of artifacts here. Let's check out. If you've been a little naughty, especially if you're Catholic, then there is one pavilion you can come and confess your sins. The purpose of the Holy See Pavilion is to share the culture and history of the Vatican. The architecture and content of the pavilion conveys a message of peace, brotherhood, fraternity, and connection between cultures, especially between Christianity and Islamic cultures and religion. On display is 3 rare manuscripts from the Vatican Library. The ceiling consists of the beautiful recreation of the Holy See's most iconic treasure, the Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam from the Sistine Chapel's ceiling fresco inside the St. Peter's Basilica. Very interesting one, Palau, a country I've been to that I absolutely loved. With that being said, let's go in. I did a show there, by the way. If you haven't watched DIY Destinations Palau, watch it. Oh, wow. The pavilion promotes its fantastic array of marine life, the more than 200 volcanic and coral islands that made up the Pacific nation of Palau, including scenic that range from the near impenetrable jungles to white sandy beach and tranquil crystal clear lagoons. The country is an eco-tourist paradise. My friend Yomi actually sent me a ticket. Oh, I think that is the entrance for Japan. They said it is ranked the #1 of all of the pavilions here. So, let's have a look. I decided to leave the best for the last, and yes, this is absolutely the best of all pavilions, so hats off to Japan. The Japanese pavilion's facade design combines traditional arabesque and asanoa patterns. Its traditional origami shape symbolizes the respect shown to others through the Japanese art of origami gift wrapping. In fact, it's so popular that you have to register early in the morning just to be on the list. I'm only able to make it because my friend Yomi, who works at the pavilion, is able to get me in last minute. The Japanese theme Where Ideas Meet is represented as an exciting exhibition utilizing cutting-edge technologies. As a result, all visitors are given a personal audio guide with tailored experience in different languages. So time to enter. Yes. The first part of the exhibition is called Encountering Japan and introduces the story of encounter, comprised of the country's unspoiled landscape, the sensibility cultivated by its populace, and the cultural heritage that have been woven through the history.
Culture and history is the second part, illustrating how Japan incorporating outside knowledge and skills while maintaining its own distinct national identity. The scene look back over Japan's history in an otherworldly visual space live with floating myths. Now to say this is really spectacular pavilion. If there's one pavilion that you have to see, this is the one. Now because it's ending in a few days, I understand you're not going to be here, so please sit back, relax, enjoy. Now this is quite cool, to be honest with you. This pavilion, lots and lots of details. This part is innovations. Japan's innovation is not solely about high-end technology. Instead, it draws inspiration from both nature and traditional culture. This room features modern Japan and its future through a series of cute, elaborate miniatures using day-to-day objects. Different themes. There's city, there's space, the sea, and the land. So it's very unique and very beautifully presented. Oh, look at that. Who's that right there? Right there, holding the camera. You see that? Holy smoke, I'm famous. Fourth is issues. New challenges faced both in Japan and in the world as a whole. Visitors will walk through an infinite mirror room which juxtaposes their own image with those depicting social and environmental challenges facing the world today. The Where Ideas Meet section illustrates the new ideas that are born when people with different identities and perspectives meet. unique about this particular presentation is the use of lighting and also lots of daytrip to create an immersive experience. And it's truly unique. And I have to say, this is absolutely the best. Wow, this is an experience. Arigato! Finally, the future society of our lives encouraged people from all around the globe to come together in Expo 2025 in Osaka, Kanzi, Japan. I just couldn't end my visit to Expo 2020 or Dubai without saying goodbye to my friends at Laos Pavilion. Laos is a nation full of stunning spectacles, cascading waterfalls, ancient temples, spectacular limestone caves, just to name a few. Appropriately, the theme of Laos is presented through the butterfly life cycle, as well showcasing both Laos' traditional silk textile and coffee. Believe it or not, produce some of the best coffee on the planet. But this is more than just coffee. You know, in the pavilion there's also Laos culture, there's different music instrument. Over here there's different kind of product that's produced by the country, and including textiles. Very important part of their culture. You'll see how Laos cotton and silk craft are made, explore many of these distinctive patterns and styles, and take home some of the Laos coffee from the pavilion souvenir shop. Yes, once again, my journey will not be possible without my good friend and DAO CEO Mimi for pushing me to come to Dubai and the opportunity to live inside the Expo 2020 village. I also like to thank my good friend Ricky, May, Nantao, Sanam for keeping me company and showing me around all these days. Without them, I won't have met my super cool local Emirati friend Saul for giving me an official tour of Expo 2020 Dubai. Not to mention, my new Japanese friend Yomi for getting me into the best pavilion in the entire Expo. Thanks guys for making my journey of Dubai and Expo 2020 so incredible. See you all at the next season of New York Fashion Week. This is the end of my journey in Dubai. What an amazing week it has been, and I can't wait to come back. With that being said, I got my metro card for the airport, going from the Expo. This will take directly to the airport. Bye-bye! They're also friendly here. I left the airport directly from the brand new Expo 2020 metro station. This is the terminating station of the Route 2020 extension and the biggest on the Dubai's Red Line. This well-lit modern station will be renamed District 2020 6 months after the conclusion of Expo 2020 with further planned extension to Al Maktoum International Airport to the south. Once you're on the Red Line, you need to take the Center Point bound train and get off either at Airport Terminal 1 or Airport Terminal 3 station. The total travel time from Expo 2020 station takes about an hour and 15 minutes or about 30 minutes from downtown Dubai.
The next station is Airport Terminal 1.
Alternatively, if you got some bling bling, taxi is faster. Most of the time, as long as there's no traffic jam, your journey shouldn't take more than 15 minutes or 15 kilometers from downtown. And boy, I'm starting to miss home after 2 years of no traveling. I think this is as much as I can take. That's fun. By the way, make sure to arrive at least 2.5 hours prior to the departure of your scheduled flight, just to be on the safe side. There's also nice lounges and shops you can check out if you got some extra time to kill. For me, I'd be heading off to Warsaw, Poland before heading back home. With that being said, this marks my magnificent journey to the city of Dubai and Expo 2020. Many journey to Dubai in search of modern skyscrapers, luxury department stores, fast cars, and super yacht. But for me, it's about witnessing its remarkable determination and the collective spirit of its people to transform a fisherman's village to an opulent metropolis. Beneath the glamour, the possibility lie with its deep-rooted traditions and customs, the proud heritage of its warm hospitality and openness, and the long history of being resilient. Dubai and the Emirati as a whole has come a long way to gain its current stature. There is no limit in future potentials when people are united as one and to build a greener path to take on challenge of transforming to the future without reliance on oil. Connecting minds, creating the future is the motto of Expo 2020 Dubai. It has proven it is possible to come together, to fostering creativity, to innovate and collaborate between nations, across different cultures, and inspire every single human being to be open to new ideas, different perspectives, and as whole, develop shared solution for a better future together. Dubai is not just a destination, it's a journey and experience, a preview to a future where shared humanity and potential that awaits all of us to discover. Thank you for watching. Mali Salema.